Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to Sanitilicious. Today, we are diving into a hot topic that's always seemed to get black women buzzing, and that is Beyonce's real hair. Yes, the Queen Bee herself has been known to rock her luscious hair in so many different ways. But why are we as black women so obsessed with her real hair? Now it's truly time to unpack this obsession and get real about why we care so much about how long, short, thick, or textured Beyonce's hair is. Let's be honest. Hair in the black community has always been a loaded topic. From a young age, black girls are often socialized to view their hair as critical marker for beauty and identity, whether it's the pride of growing long hair or the frustration of bad hair days. Hair has always been so deeply personal when it comes to the black communities, and when it comes to Beyonce, a megastar with so much influence, that the fascination is amplified. It's amplified so much. Beyonce's hair represents more than just a celebrity's hairstyle. It symbolizes achievement, beauty, and success. In many ways, her hair has been seen as a crown, not just for her, but for black women everywhere. The moment she let her real hair out of its protective styles, we feel it, we see it, and it keeps people talking. If Beyonce can have it, so can we. That's the thing that we be saying. It's almost like a silent affirmation that natural black hair can thrive and flourish in spaces dominated by Eurocentric beauty standards. But, but, can we talk about how this obsession with length is rooted in something much deeper? Mhm, mhm. Hair politics in the black community isn't new. Historically, enslaved African women were forced to cover their hair, a marker of their identity as a way of control. Post slavery, straight hair became, oh my god, it became an upward mobility and respectability due to Eurocentric beauty standards. Fast forward to today, and the same dynamic still exists in subtle ways, in very much subtle, tiny ways. For centuries, black women have been pushed to conform to Eurocentric beauty standards with 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 so much um investment that were put for black women to conform to these Eurocentric beauty standards. So much money was invested in TV ads, in radio stations, so much just for black women to get the message that you need to straighten your hair. You need to straighten your hair. And while we've seen some pushbacks with movements like Team Natural, hashtag Team Natural, and the Natural Hair Revolution, the shadow of these ideals continues to linger. They continue to linger. This is where Beyonce comes a fascinating figure. When she rocks her natural hair, it's a direct confrontation of those standards. Yet, as empowering as it can be, we must ask ourselves this question: why are we still so obsessed with these traditional markers of beauty? Would Beyonce's real hair be less fascinating if it were shorter or kinkier? What does this say about how much we've internalized the belief that good hair equates to long and silky? Hmm? How much does this say we've internalized? To understand this better, we can look at the infamous Chris Rock documentary Good Hair, which explored how black women have been conditioned to chase an ideal ideal that doesn't necessarily reflect their natural beauty. Hey, Chris Rock, Thank you so much for that documentary. I watched it and I loved it so much. I loved it so much, you know. So from wigs to cornrows to sleek ponytails, she, who is Beyonce, she makes the point that black women can and should define beauty on their own terms. Let's give credit where it's due, guys. Beyonce is a chameleon. I said it. I like how versatile she is. She can rock a, a, a wig with so much volume one day and a sleek, natural ponytail the next day. This versatility is so powerful because it gives black women that permission to be bold with their hair choices. She's a living proof that you don't have to be tied to one style. Hair can be a form of expression, power, and freedom. And it's not just Beyonce. We've seen other influential black women embrace their versatility too, like Viola Davis, Lupita Nyong'o, and Tracy Ellis Ross. All these women, I just love how they are embracing their hair. You know, they've all embraced their natural hair in red carpets, using these platforms to normalize black hair. I mean, wow, wow, these women are making power moves. They are making power moves. And for years, women like Tyson and Angela Davis wore their natural hair unapologetically because it wasn't seen as trendy or beautiful by the mainstream standards. Now, with someone um, as globally loved as Beyonce, sporting a natural hair texture, the narrative is shifting. However, however, there's a thin line between admiration and obsession, which is something we should reflect on. We should reflect on and think, why are we obsessing over Beyonce's real hair? What does that say about us? And does internalized misogyny has anything to do with this? You know, these are the questions we should be asking ourselves. And hair is never just hair when it comes to black women. It's political. It's a form of resistance. It's a way we communicate our identity in a world that tries to box us in. When Beyonce flaunts her natural hair, it's not just about beauty. It's about challenging these Eurocentric norms that have historically oppressed black women, that has oppressed black women in so many ways. And I'm also happy for the natural hair community. It has taught women all around the world so much about black hair, because so many women are coming out and they are telling their stories, what they've learned about their hair. And I myself, as a woman with natural hair, i I learned so much from the african um African and, yes, American black hair community. And I'm so grateful, man. I'm so grateful that our eyes have been opened and we are so um, protective of our hair. We might wear a wig, but underneath that wig, I guarantee you there's women be taking care of their hair. That they'll be protecting their hair. And I love that so much. I love that so much. You know, hair politics is a form of feminism in its own right. When we choose how we wear our hair, we are exercising autonomy over our bodies. So, for so many years, black women were conditioned to relax their hair, to be seen as professional. But the rise of natural hair movements and high profile celebrities embracing their kinky and curls, we are witnessing a shift from all of that. And we are so thankful. We are so thankful. And Beyonce has been a powerful part of this conversation. You know, I myself, I just recently, Beyonce released a video of herself washing her hair, and I was always like, what? I'm always shocked to see how beautiful, how nice, and so healthy Beyonce's real hair is, and wow, wow, wow. And once again, I just want to say to Chris Rock for the documentary Good Hair. Listen, we are grateful. If you haven't had enough people to thank you for that documentary, we are so grateful for that. Thank you so much. So, my sanitylicious beautiful people, let's take a lesson from Queen Bee. Instead of obsessing over whether her hair is real hair, is long, or if it's natural enough, let's shift the narrative. Celebrate the fact that Black women have the power to redefine beauty every day, whether it's through extensions, wigs, or our natural texture. And remember, no matter what's under Beyonce's latest wig, the real crown is in her confidence and ours too. So instead of trying to break her down or just make unnecessarily drama, let's just accept that that's Beyonce's real hair. She has proved it so many times that that's her real hair, and she doesn't even need to do that. She doesn't need to prove to people that her hair is that long, her hair is that beautiful. So yeah, man, I'm just hoping that this message gets to other women who who just could not understand this obsession with Beyonce's real hair.